everyone, we are back with more Dungeon the Mad Mage. When we left for break, our heroes had been making preparations. They'd come up with a plan on how to infiltrate the Zazana and try to retrieve whatever the key was to freeing Prush from his curse. They did a couple of various activities in preparation of that. There was a confrontation of potential amorous feelings between Ezrah and Rilna, and now the party has reconvened within the courtyard of Spiderwatch Keep. Anybody got anything else that they were wanting to do before we get this show on the road?
I
don't think so.
I'm Rhett.
All right. You are
Rhett.
Followed out by Driven Breath and a few other drow individuals. You are taken out of Spiderwatch Keep, and there's a fucking bevy of drow warriors just fucking hanging out. And at the head of them is Zaftal Freth. Who now I'm very curious as to whether or not I actually described him as shirtless or not.
Yeah, like he had like a turban on, and yeah, like he like came across like a brawler, like he was like brawling minotaurs.
Zaptal is the one who is looks to be wearing gear that's like 2 sizes too large, and he's very laid back and chill.
Yeah, because he like hulks out, because he's like a brawler.
Hanamir is the very muscular, you see all the other drow, like lithe, elven individuals, and Tanamar is like this built fucking guy, right?
Does he wear a turban? Did I make that up? I might have made that
made the
up.
turban up. You might have made the turban up. I don't know. I don't remember half the time
Whatever.
I described
theater
this shit.
of the mind. It is what it is.
It'd be what it be, right? So,
I mind him with a turban.
Zaftal is here. There's an arraignment of drow warriors that seemingly have volunteered to undertake this dangerous mission if you choose their aid. And there's a fucking winged clawed Vrock.
Fucking Vrock.
Here.
Fucking demon.
Oh!
And there are a couple of mages not represented by tokens that have accompanied Driven Freth out, and Driven basically walks over and says, "Okay, what's the plan? What? Here is what we have available to you. What are you doing? What do you need?"
Stealth mission. That's it.
Okay, so here's the plan. We need to get on around the horn down south. I'll describe the area better than around the horn because I don't know how to describe it, but
you give the general directions using the map that Driven
down
provided
that away. From there, Matashtai and I will split off and begin our infiltration of the Pit of Sacrifice.
So you're taking
where
the long way.
Indeed, we are.
Walks over and is a part of this conference as well, basically.
We're doing that so if something happens, Matt and I can run the short way out.
Okay, so do you want us to create a distraction at the short way, or do you not want to do that so that stays clear?
I'd like the short way to stay as clear as possible.
Okay, so we'll be accompanying these other two?
That's correct. Y'all's job, hopefully, will be to draw as many as y'all can. As many as you guys can. I'm not Southern, sorry, that's Matthew. As many as you guys can, so that, the resistance we encounter at the pit is as minimal as possible.
Tanamar walks up, the kind of like hulked out one, and he grins.
Yes,
we'll make as much noise as you want us to make.
The intent is to not spend lives as a distraction.
We've been doing this bait and switch for a while. Hey, Driven! Do we have to bring that back? And he nods towards the Brock. Driven kind of rolls his eyes and says, "It's not required, but I'd rather not resummon it."
Motherfucker.
Oh, I should bring Peppa
Ezra
down
thinks
here.
in the back of his mind.
You can trust him.
He
You can do it.
He didn't come up with this plan based off of
Oh, I know.
I've never summoned anything before in my life.
Well, this is also a Jake going through CRs of demons and
Sure.
knowing how low rocks are compared to something that would need to control a.
Sure.
I mean, that would be like what's the thing right below that? It's they
Garistro?
fought on Garistro. They fought on Critical Role. Garistro.
Yeah,
Is that-
they're
how-
like a
how's-
CR 18.
We
Oh.
fought a Greastro.
There's Garistros are
In
18.
Abyss.
Garistros are
Wow.
basically the
Yeah. There's a-
Baylor versions of demons.
There's
That's
a reason
nuts.
in Critical Role they summoned one to fight an ancient dragon, Zach.
Okay, well, it's been, what, 5 years? 6 years?
It's been a while. It's been a
That
while.
is
Pretty sure you can't take an
Voragol
ancient
art.
dragon. Can it?
Can a
Is
Garistro
it-
take a
is it?
dragon?
An ancient dragon?
An ancient dragon? No, not on its own. Probably not. But it could fight
Uh,
an ancient dragon for a while.
If the
Isn't
ancient dragon
Baphomet
was
only like
flightless,
25?
Sure.
Mhm.
No.
especially a white, because whites are predominantly on the lower end of the CR.
Sure.
Just inherently, and demons aren't they ice resistant?
It could.
I mean,
it could
if they're
be a
not, they
fight,
probably will be.
right?
It would be.
It
has
wouldn't
to
be.
white,
It wouldn't be
it
a
has to be
nothing.
Whiteless.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, Voragol in Critical Role had the upper hand because he was like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna fly."
I'm just gonna fly and.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, so that's the plan anyway. We're going to try and not die, and we're going to try and find the MacGuffin.
Who's doing the stealthing?
Me and
Those two.
Matashtai.
Irvin snaps, points. 2 mages walk up to one to Bones, one's to Matashtai.
And,
And-
you go poof.
Each of them starts to explain, "Don't do anything while this is on, or else it will go away."
Oh.
They
Okay.
both know how invisibility works, but yeah, thank you for the reminder. They tend to forget things
Will we
very
will
quickly.
we make it all the way over there before it's
It's an
over?
hour.
Yeah, it's only an
Invisibility is
hour.
1 hour. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
It's
It
not that
doesn't
far.
take an hour to get over there.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you guys like, it's a.
If
If
we
you're-
stop at where we're setting up and we sit there and have a conversation,
Yeah,
sure.
if you're actually marching and you're being quiet about it, etc., right? Like, battle movement is in theory different than just walking around, right? Because you can
Yeah.
sprint in combat like super far, but it'd be like 10 minutes to get to where you guys are planning to go.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
So you guys should an hour of invisibility, as long as you don't lose it, should be good. As
Yes,
this happens,
I raise my arms
Driven will
like I'm getting
say,
spray tanned.
"You need to be careful. We've sent scouts in before. Even invisible, they still get sniffed out."
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Can you
Good
make
to
us
know.
not smell?
Another
Prestidigitation.
reason we're not bringing ashes.
That's not something that we have in our power.
Okay.
Did you forget to
I
take
mean,
a bath?
They may be humanoids,
What's a
but they
bat?
are also somewhat beasts. They have similar capabilities.
Okay. Gotcha. We'll keep that in mind.
You ready?
I'm good. Y'all good?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get it done.
Let's go.
Going.
Zaptal turns and kind of like starts breaking people up into little squads because he knows the terrain. So he's got this idea of where he thinks he can hold, like corridors and things like that, right? And he also is planning on going in before you guys, or like right ahead of you guys. That way, if anything happens, y'all aren't immediately getting bum rushed, right? Zaftal, before they depart, kind of like turns and goes over to Driven and speaks quietly with him for a moment, and then turns towards the Vrock and barks a command in a tongue, actually, who speaks Abyssal?
Wait, I think it might be Infernal. I'll have to check.
Or Infernal,
think-
I think is what it is. Oh, yeah, no,
think I know.
Abyssal
Is
is
it
the demon
spoken?
tongue, Infernal is the devil tongue.
It's Infernal.
It's Infernal, so no. Okay.
I'm
Do you-
talking, I'm muted, and I'm yelling, and
Then Ezra,
Yes.
he barks a command.
Abyssal.
All it means is come, but there seems to be some sort of transference that has happened between Driven
power.
and
Yep.
Zaftal, right?
Makes sense.
He does, before he like marches off, he says, "Do you want me to use the Vrock in first, or as a reserve?"
You said you've done this before.
Oh,
That makes more sense.
Yeah, best judgment.
Is it louder? The intent would be to not start the ruckus until they've gotten some time to.
Oh, hey, here's a question. Can the Vrock, like, grab a Minotaur real quick and bring him back?
not without. We'll be lucky if we get to where we're going without the mist calling the Zazana down upon us.
Oh, okay. All right, then. I was just, hoping to do a Sylvester Stallone in the jungle type situation.
I don't know what that means.
Paint myself in their blood.
Why would you paint yourself in their blood?
Because you
Oh, I
told him
smell-
he's smelly.
Yeah, so I smell the same as them. Do you have some of their blood just handy, or?
We have
Well, the face he's
Roth.
making leads.
Just some blood on hand.
The face he's making leads me to believe he might. That's all I'm saying.
We have some Roth.
What's a Roth?
Cows?
Do they smell the same?
Don't know.
I'm kind of interested in that. I'm gonna go rub
Don't
up on.
normally go around. Drow aren't known for their keen senses of smell.
Oh. Hey,
Though they
Ashes.
pretend.
Do the Vroth smell the same as that other Minotaur?
No.
Are they kind of close though?
I will say, it would probably be less alerting to them if they smelled a Roth versus a Tabaxi.
All right, I'll be right back. I head out there and I rub up on one a lot.
I follow suit. I don't want to be the one that gets us caught because I smell different.
So Bones
Smell like
and
an
Matashtai
alien.
take a moment to head back into Spiderwatch Keep and go to the Roth pen and rub up on some Roths. Is that the
Yeah,
plan?
We're rubbing.
That is the
Get
plan.
our
Yes.
rub on.
I go raw on some cattle.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about the smell angle. This makes sense to me.
You're invisible at this point.
Oh, awesome.
Um,
Then I don't have to explain myf. I just do it.
you
It's true,
don't.
we
You
just
just go
walk up.
in. You go into
It's
this
a very confused Roth.
pen full of Roths and goblins. Both of you roll stealth checks for me.
Advantage because you're invisible.
I'm also.
mhm.
I
also move
assume
silently.
I'm
just
I'm
saying.
more. Ooh,
That's
that's a good start.
Probably a good thing I'm going on this stealth mission.
probably is a good thing.
Things are going fine. The Roths seem to be very used to
Been
being
rubbed on?
consistently handled and hugged, and you can see some of the goblins. One of the goblins is actually just like sleeping on the back of this Roth who
Aw,
is
that's
walking
so
around,
nice.
right?
They're used to being hugged on? I like that. That's sweet.
But one of them, particularly the one that Matashtai tries to get a little physical with, does not take kindly to the invisible thing
Physical.
and starts to loudly moo and make a little bit of a fuss, which agitates the rest of the Roth and then puts all of the goblins on high alert. What do you do in response to that?
Say, hey guys, don't worry. It's just
to
me.
a different
Bones.
Roth.
No, I speak. I say, hey guys, don't worry. It's me, Bones.
Okay. I need Bones to make a dexterity saving throw and Matashtai to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
I'm with advantage.
Yes.
I rolled a 31.
Okay. Fucking. All right then.
I rolled a 29.
Okay. There are hysterical shouts and screams, and then the goblins do what goblins do in a pen full of cattle that they're protecting.
They flee.
Run away?
They start flinging cow shit everywhere.
Okay, well, it's probably a good thing not to get that invisibly on us.
I mean, that will also conceal your scent.
I was going to say, if we get poop on us while invisible, does the poop become invisible?
Poop becomes
I
invisible.
think it would. 'cause
I
then
think
we're wearing it.
there's probably like this moment where it hits you and it's visible, and then as the spell kind of like interprets it as a part of you, it then becomes invisible, right? So there's a brief moment where it's like, oh shit, and then it's invisible.
Interesting.
Very good.
It's
Good
like the
idea.
concept of if you were fighting something invisible and you like splashed water on it or something like that, for a moment it would probably show up. So like for a turn, it would be highlighted in that fluid, and then it would either fall away or become incorporated in the invisibility spell, I think.
Alright, well, cool.
Regardless, though, it's a moot point because on a 31 and a 29, you guys just like move to the sides and there's just shit being flung, and the Roth don't seem to mind. And after a moment, the goblins start just throwing shit at each other because now it's turned into a game.
Because they're goblins.
Yeah.
I will say this. Bones' success makes him feel as if he has succeeded. Matashtai, your failure does make you feel as if maybe you didn't quite get that scent that you were going for. Do you want to try again, or do you want to risk it?
I'm
I
going
guess-
for it again.
Stealth me up. That's a sleight of hand.
Oh.
Baby.
I mean, they're the same number.
They are the same. Fine, we'll take the 18. The Roth are still a little agitated, but now they're also slightly covered in poop. So you have a difficult time finding a Roth to smell up on without also
snuggle.
getting some poop on. But you
Fair.
do your best, and as you both walk out of that pen, there's a little bit of a stronger scent on Matashtai than there is on Bones.
Alright, mission accomplished. I feel good about that.
You go back out of the main gate of Spiderwatch Keep. Walk back into the midst of everyone. You see, by that point, the drow are beginning to head out and to the iron webs, along with the rock. As you walk up, Ashes, you're immediately able to pinpoint both of them,
Oh god.
Excellent.
They're back.
and one of them smells like shit.
Literally.
It's
What did
fine.
you do?
Now we smell like them.
We smell.
All right, so
Like
I was
yes.
under the impression you were going to like, I don't know what you. I did not think you all were doing this.
Well, things escalated.
That's what you get for thinking.
So you're right. You're right. That's my bad.
Do I see a trail of cow shit footprints coming up to some sort of invisible?
Nope. Not
Okay.
not that much poop, but enough
Okay.
to a person with a
don't
refined
think much.
nose to be like, oh, what the fuck, right?
So that's definitely going to give us away for sure with the Minotaur.
No, probably not. They're gonna be like, "Hey, it's other cows."
It's other cows.
I mean, they probably. I don't know. I'm about to say something that's no. Never
Look,
mind.
I'm not willing to walk this back. I think this is a great idea.
Fair
enough.
It's an idea.
Driven.
I'm an experienced
Looks at
hunter.
the
all right?
individuals that he can see, but he knows that the others are there because you're talking. He's like, is there anything else you feel like you need before you go?
I think we're good.
No, I feel good about this.
Feel pretty good.
Good luck.
Thank
See you later.
Stay safe.
Thanks for the help.
Guys, head on down.
Making my way.
I'm going to need stealth checks from everyone.
That tracks.
Trex?
Oh
That's a,
yeah.
Natty 20, baby.
At 20, baby.
I really don't feel like I should probably be on this mission.
I mean,
Well,
you
You want me to
still
make you feel
are.
better about it?
You still are the best out of the 3 remaining individuals.
Look, honestly, you're on this mission because you can move 100 miles an hour.
Right?
Right.
Fair. That's fair.
A 6,
If
a
shit
10,
goes
a
bad,
20,
I just run.
and a 36. Okay.
How many could you possibly go in one turn? How many feet?
So I have 50 feet of movement. I can step of the wind for another 50 and dash for another 50. So 150 feet around.
Yeah, so he's back in Spiderwatch Keep already.
I mean, I can move 500 feet in a turn. I can move 560 feet in a turn.
I cannot.
And I can go through walls to do it.
So
I can actually go through
150 and
walls.
6.
But I cannot
monks
move
are
that far.
broken.
Monks are broken.
6. That
I don't
is
think they're broken. I
25
just think they're interesting.
second. 5 feet a second is 17 miles per hour.
5 feet a second is 70 miles an
I
hour?
don't know.
17.
150 feet in 6 seconds is 25 feet in 1 second. And 25 feet per second
Times.
is 17 miles per hour.
Slower than I anticipated.
That is slower. That's slower than Usain Bolt. He's faster than a monk.
Yeah,
Wow. There you go. You learn something
It's-
new every day.
17.05, but
As long as you don't argue that that is a pace someone can consistently keep up for more than like a minute.
I don't even think
I'm
he
fine
can do
with
it for a minute.
Right. Like that's the thing that always bothers me when people start arguing like
People are
travel
like, this
speeds
is my
and-
speed. I can do this speed at all times. Blah, 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 blah,
can
blah,
do
blah,
this
blah, blah,
all
blah.
day.
That's not how this works.
I'm like, no.
This is you busting your ass to move.
Yeah, this is a burst, momentary, like, adrenaline pumping, blah, 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 blah. If people want to, like, sprint for long durations of time, I'm like, cool, we can do that. We're going to start making con checks to see if you get exhausted. Right? Like, that being said, on a 20, 36, 10, and 6, you guys do make it the majority of the way down, only disturbing the mist twice, but seemingly not calling the attention of the Zazana. However, I will need wisdom saving throws from everyone twice.
Oh, that's good.
Good, you're good. You're good, you're good.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Boo, boo, boo. Bones, you take 10 psychic damage. Ezra, you take 5 psychic damage.
Delightful.
As during the course of traversing the mist, there are a few times where you are grazed by the Mistitaur's axes, and your brain is like, oh fuck! And it actually harms your psyche.
Makes sense.
But you're able to convene with the forces of the Drow, which have splayed themselves out around the prospective location and to the north of it. Zaftal and Tanamar have split off their forces roughly evenly, though the Brock is with Zaftal, and they're prepared to make a stink when basically Ezra / Ashes say so. So, what the fuck happens now?
We are going to give you 5 minutes.
All right.
Once you give us the cue that you are moving.
It's not like
After-
that far from here, right? It's like
Correct.
All right. 3 minutes.
No, it's 5. We're going to give them 5 minutes. That is.
30
we gotta
seconds.
sneak. 5 minutes is probably about right.
Yeah.
We're
We're
not.
gonna
We
give
can't
you-
just be sprinting. I mean, I can, but Matt
Right.
can't.
We'll give you 5 minutes. After that, we're going to start. We're going to initiate.
Okay.
And from there, aim for the courtyard. Erlol will be the source of sending for the party that hasn't arrived, the intent being that you guys are going to Erlol to let us know you are safe with the key.
Okay. See you later.
Ashes.
Yes, sir.
And Bones to a lesser extent, but mostly Ashes.
Hello.
This is not the first time you've been here, or at least in this general area. This is not the first time you've smelled this, but there is a pervasive sense of death, decay, rot coming from the southwest.
Oh, so like where we're going?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not
I
called
will
the pit of sacrifice for
inform
nothing.
the 2 sneaky boys that there is the smell of death and decay to the southwest.
Ashes
Yeah, right.
and Ezra, you might want to position yourselves where you would like to be should shit start. And then Bones and Matashtai, we're going to play a little bit of a game as this progresses.
Okay.
By the way, I am going to say this. Situation tracker is now going to tick up at this point.
Uh-oh.
Makes sense. Yeah. We are in a situation.
Ashes, Ezra, position yourself as you would like to be positioned.
I'm just double checking which of my spells have a longer than 1 minute duration, real quick. Give me a second.
That's a dead end. So it's only like north and the north path and
So this
south.
little choke point to the south is
Yep.
one of the entry points, and then to the north is where Tanamar and his people are, and they're holding that other choke point, basically.
Okay.
Situation.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm just gonna plop my happy ass right here,
Or we're relevant, yeah.
and I will also.
If that's the case, then Zaptal and his people will move up to support you, basically. You can see, so Zaftal and Tanamar are both like frontline fighters. They also have Hexib and Moltar are with them, also kind of like frontline fighters. And then these other Drow are doing the general Drow thing in the back with crossbows at the ready, right? Prepared to shoot anything that comes with the hopes that their shots are going to disable that thing.
So, Ashes, quick question before the fun begins.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you want to be more durable, or do you want to do more damage?
Ooh. Ooh, those are both nice. Let's go with damn.
Okay.
I want to hurt people.
As this is
You're
happening,
ugly.
as you guys are
Oh, he did.
as you guys are preparing, right? Zaftal does a round, and you can hear him kind of like whispering to everyone, right? In this kind of like reinforcing, remember, fighting retreat. This is just a distraction. We're not here to kill things. We're here to buy time. Just, you know your outs. Be prepared to take them. We hold here until Tanamar's group falls back to us.
Okay.
Of course, you do 8 damage to yourself to start.
Yes, it's the highest possible roll.
Of
Yeah, boy!
course you do that.
Jay consistently doing more damage to himself than I get to.
Yeah, no, whatever. Let's do Cole.
All right. Bones and Matashtai,
Hello.
it's your turn to start moving around. You're both invisible. I would like you to move your own tokens in the direction that you would like to go. You're going to explore this scenario out, and I am going to occasionally pause you for moments. So just try not to like go too crazy with your movement, but like move a little bit, stop. Move a little bit, stop.
Okay.
You are muted, Matashtai.
Are we holding hands so we don't get lost, Zach?
I was actually gonna say
Already
Mossy will just be under us, just like follow the little tremble.
Mossy is gonna go under the ground,
He can move like 40 feet and around. if
and
he
there
wants
will
to.
be a tremble beneath your feet. Just this slight tremor that you guys can pay attention to stay together.
All right. We set off. Going, I guess, straight north.
I went south.
You immediately head different directions, and you feel that
God damn
tremble
it.
go away.
I turn around and I go back. Isn't the entrance to the northwest? Or am I misunderstanding?
There's
look at
entrances
the
both
map.
directions. Both
We'd
directions.
have to loop around.
Oh, okay. All
You
right,
could
I'll
go.
follow the
You could
tremble.
go either way. Yeah.
Which direction did the advance party go?
There is this party right here that's holding this choke point. This choke point leads back the way you came, and then Tanamar and his group are holding the choke point to the north so that you don't get wrapped around on.
Okay, so yes, south. All right. How far can I go? How many feet?
Let's say 30 at a time, like 30 movement at a time, basically.
Okay, that's 30.
Immediately, you round the corner and you see 2 fucking minotaurs just standing about with these giant fucking great axes, right?
Wow.
These are some big hulking boys, and they seem very fucking idle. They seem very kind of like not interested, almost kind of like bored.
Huh. All right. Interesting.
Ugh,
I would like-
hate their hooves.
That's
I would
a
like
very
both
low
of
res.
you to make me stealth checks. Bones, you will get a +2 because of your scent rub. Matashtai, you will get a +5 because of your scent rub.
Oh, extra stinky.
You're extra stank. Yeah, I rolled a 35.
God damn.
I rolled a 27.
Your presence is seemingly unknown.
Ah, yeah, stank boy.
Stank boys. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, please proceed another 30.
I follow the tremble.
Okay. You move into this openish space. You see the caverns here are littered with stalagmites and stalactites, right? And again, these minotaurs are just kind of like standing around, almost kind of like almost as if they're not present mentally.
Oh, they're controlling ghosts. That's what I think.
Feel free to move another 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Continue to follow the tremble.
Okay. You see another cavern begin to open up, and here is where we get some other things. Stalagmites, stalactites, and floor-to-ceiling columns of rock are scattered across this area. The ceiling slopes and rises in multiple places, creating an almost undulating or rolling motion. It's somewhat sickening to stare at for longer periods of time. You see yet more Minotaur in the distance of your vision. Keep moving.
You said
5,
the
10,
floor is what's
15,
undulating?
20,
The
25,
ceiling is
30.
kind of like rolling,
Oh, okay.
and the pattern of it looks as if it's almost undulating.
I'm kind of just moving.
Sketchy.
More
Kind of
Minotaur
the,
to the
uh,
south,
later.
to the north, to the northeast. All around you now. I need another stealth check from my boys.
There are a lot of damn Minotaur up in here.
Yeah.
There's a reason why House Freth has not been able to just randomly uproot them. If it was 5
Yeah.
Minotaur, they'd have walked in here and been like, let's do this.
Evicted.
24,
This
my
could go
lowest
poorly
possible
if we,
roll.
if we roll bad.
That's why we're rolling every little bit, because it's unlikely, but it could be.
Zach, you rolled survival, just heads up.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
same. Well, it's
No,
plus
it's
4.
it's
okay.
4 lower. Yeah, you feel pretty sure that no one knows you're here.
My bad. It's right next to each other.
Keep moving.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ooh. All right.
Continue to follow the tremble.
Nothing seems to have changed. Ezrah, Ashes, obviously, right, like Bones and Matashtai, we're moving you 30 feet at a time, but your pace is significantly slower than this. You're basically, like, creeping along, right?
Yeah, we're slow AF.
Ezrah, Ashes, probably about 2 minutes or so has passed at this point, okay? Bones, Matashtai, keep moving.
All right. 5, 10. I'm going to press
Going
myself
north?
this as well. 10, 15,
Okay.
20, 25, 30. I squeeze.
He squeezes. I want
I begin the squeeze.
a stealth check with advantage plus 8 from Mossy. As
From
the
the Moss
proximity of the tremble, because he's trying to stay close to the surface to give you that guide point.
He's going to trigger the...
Okay. He has no. Oh, yes, he does have bonus to that. Plus 3.
Oh, does he? Oh, what?
Plus 8, so he rolled a 23.
Okay, all right. Matters. Oh, roll at advantage.
Oh, he does have stone camouflage. So
What's that do?
I roll again.
Yeah,
That means
yeah.
he gets advantage.
Ooh,
That's
fuck
what
yeah.
it means.
Significantly better. Still seemingly like there's a moment, right, as you're kind of like squeezing past this Minotaur where you're like, oh, this is pretty close. And you feel that tremble under your feet and you're like, oh shit, is that Minotaur gonna feel this tremble? And then for a brief moment, Matashtai and Bones, you both don't feel the tremble as Mossy dips a little deeper to kind of like pull that away, and
Yeah, he's
then
dipping and diving.
comes back kind of like into range to keep up with
Man,
you
he's
guys.
so smart.
Okay. It is at this point. No. Go ahead and move one more.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So
This
many
feels correct.
doors.
Two things that you notice. This is two different spaces. The one to the north, you see that there is this oddly shaped cavern filled with rock formations and a pretty thick fog throughout this place. And you can hear a muffled chanting coming from the northwest.
Northwest, where we're going. Okay, got it.
Bones,
Perfect. Where we're going, they're chanting.
and
Yep.
even Matashtai at this point, the stench of rot is overpowering.
Oh, very good. Love overpowered rot.
To the southwest of you, you
Okay, I know where
see
we are.
a strangely shaped, almost kind of devil-tailed shaped chamber. Dozens of bovine skulls in various states with flesh still attached, various states of decay, are jammed into niches and crevices along the walls of this room.
that
And
seems like a
you
pretty
can see
sacrifice.
among the fog that's rolling across the floor, right, large piles of bones.
Gross. All right, I focus on my tingle fingers.
What do you mean
Do
gross?
they make me go? Do I want to go that
What
way?
the-
Yeah, they're still pulling to the northwest. You hit
Okay,
hit the
okay,
nail on the head. But it
Okay.
is at this
Good
point,
old
as you're
finger
moving
fingers.
into this kind of new space, and there's more Minotaur here, all kind of in that docile state. I need you to both roll another stealth check.
Okay.
Nice stuff. I am the knight.
Nice.
Dude, you were the knight. What the fuck? That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Ashes,
I don't
Ezra,
know if Matt ever
about
existed.
4 minutes have passed.
I don't think so.
Bones, Matashtai, time to move.
Okay. Hold on. I'm consulting my Frethian map.
Where we going, Bones?
North, I think.
Just straight north?
15, 20. Oh, hold on. 25, 30. We're gonna call an audible. I don't want to go next to that man.
We're skirting. We're skirting.
Skirtin'. Sounds like a plan. Go ahead and move again.
I don't know, man.
10, 15, 20, 25,
I
30.
don't know about this. Oh, you're going far west. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going. I don't want to go past that little man. He's
I
like too
thought you were
close.
gonna try and wiggle past that dude's butt.
I mean, I thought about it, but
Begin to enter into these almost writhing tunnels that look similar to what you entered into at the very start of this expedition.
right.
Move again.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're almost to the point on the map that they,
Another Minotaur standing in the middle of the tunnel to the southwest.
oh,
Ezra.
okay.
Ashes. Been about 5 minutes. How do you
I
want to get this
signal-
started?
I signal to the leader and let them.
You hear him, you see him look at you, kind of like have this moment of like, oh, he's gonna let me? All right. Looks at the Brock and says in Abyssal, go, make mayhem. The Rock screeches and flies, and is gone in a fucking instant. And it is at that point that I think everyone needs to select their tokens and roll for initiative.
Jay, do not leave. Do not go
They
further
will
than that
not
spot.
leave.
Do not go further than where you are.
You head up there, Ashes,
God,
and
that's
as
fucking
you
bad
do,
initiative.
Zaftal comes and stands beside you.
Okay.
You see, again, in his kind of like too big armor, he pulls out a short sword in one hand, and then goes to like pulls out a hand crossbow as well, right? And just stands there, very relaxed, calm as can be. Not a problem.
I'll give him a side eye and a nod.
You see, he gives you a side eye, and it's very obvious that he is he's almost more interested in watching you and how you perform, and he's kind of like sizing you up, right? All right, fantabulous. A couple of things that are going to happen in this initial stage. It's possible that not a lot of things happen necessarily. But I want you guys to have initiative now so that if things break out, we can move into actual initiative scenarios. That Vrock goes flying in, screeching, and immediately there is this responding cry of bulls, right? Like this kind of like coming out. And Bones, Matashtai?
Hello.
Kind of nice that you're where you're at, because this
It would have charged right over us.
this call comes out and just in an instant rings throughout all of the caverns that you have been walking through in this kind of like chain reaction, and all of those docile minotaurs suddenly snap to life like they are about to fucking go ham. And this is very specifically important for you two. I want both of you to make an insight check for me.
Okay.
17?
My lowest possible roll.
14.
14.
I'm too distracted with trying to be sneaky here.
Not actually too distracted. You guys are used to the scale of 30s and things like that, but remember, a 14 is actually not a bad roll.
True.
That call goes up, all of these bulls in all these caverns start to, like do this chuffing and stamping kind of motion, including the one to the southwest of you, right? And you realize if it's gonna go charging down or towards the call, right, it's gonna be charging straight through where you're at, right?
Yeah.
But you see it for a moment turn and look south, and you both realize that something is keeping its attention to the south, like some duty or some responsibility or something like that. And so you feel as if you might have a brief moment before it maybe gets pulled away from that, right? Kind of concept. So, Matashtai and Bones, I'm going to allow you to continue to move together if you so choose at this point, and then when you want to decide to, you can break off and actually go into initiative order. If you want to move together now, move. Otherwise, let me know what you're doing.
Okay, Tingle Fingers.
This is still
Left or right?
still only 30 movement at a time, by the way.
Sure.
Unless
Fingers,
you
what-
guys
Fingers,
decide
I'll
that you're
stick with you.
breaking.
All right.
Tingle
I
Fingers
think we should-
north.
Okay. Tingle Fingers north. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Wonderful. You come to the opening of the X
Giggity.
of what you're looking for, right? And you can see, let me actually see exactly what your vision. Oh, perfect. You see fog swirling up in this chamber, right? Agitated by the what you can only describe as kind of like dancing of several chanting minotaurs circling around a low stone barrier that is barely constraining a massive pile of rotting, dismembered corpses.
Oh, good. Good.
Welcome to the Pit of Sacrifice.
Very good.
These
I
minotaurs,
wonder
by the
where
way,
it gets its name from.
the ones to the north do not seem to be heeding that call in any way, shape, form, or fashion. The ones to the east of you are raising their heads, and rather than looking east where the calling is coming from, they're looking north.
Oh, from like where that other exit is. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Ashes and Ezrah. You hear, and Ashes, I think you can actually kind of see a little bit of this happen. You see, Ezrah, you might be able to see some of it from your angle. You can see the Brock, Ezrah. Ashes, you see two Minotaur come charging into the Brock, and it turns into a fucking tussle almost immediately, right? Like the Brock is screeching and kicking and clawing. One of the Minotaurs immediately grabs the Brock's left wing, right? And you hear this horrific crunch.
Oh, that's gross.
Ashes and
Wait,
Ezrah, do you want to
Yep.
do anything, or are we skipping to the next scenario?
I am not doing anything until I am told I can.
You're on the hold motion.
Yeah.
You're on,
I'm
on the hold
waiting.
motion?
Hold.
Fantastic.
I'm like
Okay.
fighting it.
Quick clarification question though for you, Jeremy.
Yes.
This cavern/tunnel area that we are in, how tall is the general topography
Ooh, let's
in this
see.
area?
General topography. I have reference points for this. Actually quite tall. Most of the ceilings, some of the more narrow portions or pinched points get down to like 10 or 15 feet tall, but most of these places actually have 20-ish foot tall ceilings. Pretty fucking tall.
Okay. So roughly where Ashes is standing.
That's kind of maybe like a lower pinch point, maybe about 15 feet or so, 12 to 15 feet.
Yeah, Ashes, you're not allowed to move.
Fair enough. All right.
Unless you want to risk being struck by a lightning bolt. I'm just saying.
Ta-cha.
Food for thought. At this point, though. No, I'm not gonna do it yet.
Do the thing.
I mean, in theory, Ashes, you could hold an attack.
On.
Yeah, I guess.
Bones and Matashtai, you see the two minotaurs to the east kind of move off in that northerly direction.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that's not the way we need to go.
We are
Pretty
going
sure
to
that's
go
the way
back to the top of the
Spider
turn.
was.
And Matashtai and Bones, if you wish to stay conjoined, you can keep moving now.
Okay.
Where are we going?
North.
Between those two boys?
I think that's where we need to go. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm reading this map wrong.
They're kind of prancing around, half headbanging, slamming the butt of their great axes into the ground in this rhythmic.
How heavy are you?
Wow.
Rude.
Okay, here we go.
No, it was actual question. Like, how heavy are you?
I don't know, not very. Hold on. Did I write it down? Attributes.
You got hollow cat bones?
Bio. 150.
150?
Considering how tall Bones is, that's a
Yes,
fucking
I-
light ass cat.
You're like
hollow
6'8" or
cat
some
bone.
bullshit,
Yeah.
aren't you?
I'm 6'6". Because I'll
If
never
they
be
want,
6'6"
I could
in
try
real
and
life.
like walk you up the wall around them, but
I mean, I think I can shoot the gap.
okay.
Are you
tap
moving
very
together,
lightly
or
for,
are we separating
yeah,
at this point? That's the question.
Are we gonna separate the separated group?
Gotta
I don't
keep it
trust
separated.
my odds to be that close, so I'm gonna try and go on the ceiling around them.
I mean, we know the direction we're going, so
So,
Okay.
well, but you're also moving at a similar pace. Neither of you is turning on the boots and sprinting basically at this point.
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Then Bones move to where you want to go, and then Matashtai move to the wall that you want to go up, and we'll go from there.
Okay. I'll just go up this wall here.
5, 10, 15,
Perfect.
20, 25, 30.
Fantabulous. All right, let's see what new things you see. You see more clearly the full pit, and behind it, you can't quite make out anything yet there, but there is a skeletal bovine clad altar behind the pit. And there is a louder chanting coming from that place.
Okay.
And neither of you speak
From-
Abyssal, do you?
Nope.
Oh,
I
but
do.
Matashtai
Spoken.
understands
He
everything.
understands. Yep.
You understand that there is, well, maybe you don't understand what is happening, but you hear this guttural, horrendous language, and there is an individual. All these other Minotaur are just chanting, right? Like intelligible, like repeated phrases, right? Or unintelligible repeated phrases. But there's a figure at the back behind that altar that you can't see, but you can hear, that is chanting to a horned king to send their deliverance.
Awesome.
Oh, that would be
Baphomet.
Bahamut.
Maku.
Yeah, Bahamut.
No, not Bahamut.
Yeah, Bahamut. Bahamut from Final Fantasy 16.
Bahamut Zero.
Bahamut is the Platinum Dragon.
No, Bahamut from Final Fantasy 16.
The
From
rock,
16. Oh, man.
the rock
Specifically him.
screeches. And this is
That
a
Beyond?
louder, ear-piercing
Yeah.
screech than what you have heard previously.
Okay. He's screeching.
So, less screeching.
A moment after that screech happens, Ashes, you watch that rock, its screech seemingly ineffective against the Minotaurs, get ripped limb from limb.
Jesus.
Hey, Ezra, remember how you're like damage or sturdiness? I think I'd like to change my order.
So you want to be more mobile then? Got it.
You also see more Minotaur arriving behind the now dismembered and fading from existence
Mhm.
Brock.
Yeah, he's just going back home.
He
You sure you don't want damage?
going
back
home.
You sure you don't want damage?
Going home.
This could be
I
fun.
mean,
He's going home.
Rocks are only CR5, CR6.
That's
They're
pretty
weak.
weak,
They're
actually.
weak, boy.
yeah, that is kind of down there.
All right, fantastic. Ashes, Ezra, anything that's happening?
Are you confident in your answer at this point?
No, I still want damage.
Okay.
All right.
I begin incanting as I channel from the Hosnarketa and twin elemental armor.
Dude, the House Narcata can hold like that powerful of a spell. That's nuts.
It's only a 5th level.
It can't
Oh,
hold
my.
many more than that, I think. I think the House
Isn't that
Narcata
one
holds...
less than what you max can cast?
No, he
that's
can
7.
cast 7s now.
Oh, okay.
I think the House Narcata can hold up to 5 levels of spells,
Up
or
to
is it
5.
7?
Yep.
So it holds...
It's the 4.
Yeah.
So I can only do this. I can only utilize the Hosnarketa once
If you're doing
I'm
it this
using
way.
5th level spells.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. The House Narcata.
Hosnarketa.
Technically the House Narcata.
Yeah, I
but-
was gonna say, why do I feel like
House
there's
Narcata.
like
But whatever.
the House Narcata.
It's the house music.
It's the house music.
The
All right.
Swedish house music.
He says,
So-
"Digga, digga, dig."
So magma on Ashes, Tempest on Ezra.
All right, fantastic. Give yourselves icons to denote those, please and thank
I am
you.
channeling my spell.
It is at this point
Done.
that I do not think we can get away from being actually in the initiative tracker. So,
Mhm.
these peeps who are in the direct line of scenarios are going to do the initiatives. And then we are going to sort descending. And then I need Bones and Matashtai to roll stealth checks for me.
Come on.
Okie dokie.
Not as the knight, but luckily I'm on the ceiling.
Also, luckily, you have a +5.
Yeah, you poopy.
Okay.
Poopy.
Matashtai, you're on the
Besides
ceiling.
classic.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to continue across the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, that is a different looking man.
Oh, Matashtai is the first one who gets to see
Maku.
Maku, servant of the Horned King.
Damn,
Whoa,
he's
it's so
looking.
cool! Wow, I want to be a Minotaur.
That is what you see standing behind that bovine altar,
I see
Matashtai.
that man went to the Dragon Ball Z school of muscle drawing.
Dude went to the fucking
Yes.
gym,
Yes,
bro.
it did. And
look
that,
Look at his left
individual
leg. That leg
ab.
is fucked.
that
Each
is the
individual ab is
guy.
fighting for real estate.
That is the guy that is the one actually intelligibly speaking in this ritual and calling for deliverance from the Horned King.
Fucking deliver
Dude,
us
why-
some gains, more like.
His right eye
the-
looks like he has like Down syndrome.
The
His-
amount of protein you would have to eat to sustain that much muscle.
Well,
Dude,
they got all the
no, they fucking
protein.
do that shit
They got
in
all
real
the
life.
protein they need right there in that pit, my man.
I'm impressed with those hands. Like, for
For AI, not bad hands.
that's-
Not bad
those
hands, right?
are okay.
Not bad hands.
Jay's immediately looking for
I
the
will say,
flaws.
I will call this out specifically,
Oh my God, are
Matashtai.
they
You
learning?
do
Is it
see that
learning?
his left eye is not an eye. It is this blood red orb.
That feels bad for invisible people.
It does.
Uh-oh.
It does
Do with
feel
that
bad
as
for
you
invisible
will.
people.
Okay, cool.
He's gonna look up and be like, really?
Anything else for your turn, Matashtai? This
Well,
is
I
an
think I'm kind of
actual
like at
turn.
the
This is a
limit.
legitimate turn. We are in combat now.
Okay, well, so I don't have tingly hands, so I'm just gonna kind of scope out the room. Do I see a key just chilling anywhere?
You do not. Not with your passive
Okay.
perception. Would you like to roll a perception check as your like action?
Yeah, I want to do that with my action. I want to scope the room from the ceiling.
Do it up.
I percept.
He's percept.
I do not have advantage on this.
A 22 is a great perception check. There's a thick mist, a huge pile of rotting, dismembered corpses, a bunch of minotaurs. There is a outlined door in the wall that seems to be a fake wall right here.
Yeah, fake wall straight to hell.
Right? But other
Oh,
than
there's a
that,
fake wall right there.
there's a fake wall right there.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, you don't
Seems
see any
pretty
fucking
good to
keys or
know.
anything.
Definitely
I'd
not
say
a portal
two.
to the abyss.
You're also now on the ceiling, so you're well out of any range of Mossy, so you have no idea where Bones is.
Yeah, no, just no clue.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Alright,
Somebody
fantastic.
will fuck
Anything
up.
else for your turn? Going once, going
No,
twice.
I think that's it for my turn. Well, if I got a little bit of movement, I want to move back towards that door.
Move however you would like
the
to
hidden
move.
door.
You are good.
I'm gonna do some wiggling. You said it's right here.
Yep.
Okay.
I say yep, I'm not actually looking at you right now. Sorry. Yeah,
Fucked
good.
up.
Well, it's a little up this way. If that changes your deviation.
Yeah, I'll just reposition just a little bit closer.
Ashes. You're the
Mhm.
next fucking target. These minotaurs are incensed. You see this thing look past the rock, look at you, come doof, 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 lowers its head in a very familiar manner, and is gonna attempt to fucking gore your ass. It will attack recklessly because it knows no other way.
Well, roll at advantage.
Gore! That is a
26 will
26.
hit.
What is going on with this? Do I need to switch to dark mode? How do I switch
Will
to
a
dark mode?
26 hit? Don't you have like
There's
super
a dial.
fucking extra crazy
No,
armor?
I have damage. I have
Oh,
at most I can have 22 AC
that's-
with.
that's
oh, you
nothing.
got greedy.
I
Yep.
did.
Okay, 26
I
hits.
did.
This thing.
So any of that magic?
No. This thing slams
take
into
8.
you. You would take 16, reduced down to 8. It hits you so hard. Sorry, no, ignore the 16 down to 8. It does an additional 2d8 because of the charge, so that's another 7. So
Taken.
8 plus 7 is 15.
I just deducted them individually.
Gotcha, that's fine. Either way is okay.
Yep.
I need you to make a DC 14 strength saving throw or get knocked the fuck back by this thing.
You got
Right.
advantage because you're Wolfman.
Yep. Does a 28 save?
28 does save. Fantabulous. You get hit, but you do not get dropped by this thing. It then roars its bull roar at you, raises this massive great axe, and tries to drop it on your head.
Zach.
Also at advantage. 22.
Meets it will beat it even if I use my reaction, so I will not.
You're gonna take another
That's
11?
11.
Yep.
And suddenly you realize, oh, this is why House Breath hasn't eradicated these things.
They slept.
They fucking slap.
They slap a little bit until he gets back. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Okay. This guy is not gonna be able to. He's gonna have to go here, and then he will have to squeeze past, and that will be his ability to do anything. And then this guy comes over here, and you now is the problem though is they start to bottleneck themselves basically. I don't know why I put them in the thing yet. I'm just gonna do this. Boop, 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 because those are the only ones that matter. Ashes.
Oh, here we go. All right. I wish.
As you take that hit, you see Zaftal, the charging Minotaur, right? Like come at you. You see Zaftal immediately fall into a defensive stance, and he shouts out, "Remember, we're not here to kill these things. We're here to distract." And do with that as you will.
Mm-hmm.
Ashes does Ashes things. He only knows kill.
In
He doesn't shout that to you. He shouts that to everyone behind
Yep.
him.
Mhm.
Distract is just another word for kill. So. I will attack the one that recklessly attacked at me, for
Absolutely.
I wish to swing at advantage.
Have the fuck at it.
25
Hits.
or 16.
Wonderful.
And I'm rolling a 2d4 for the fire damage from the shield, or not the spell.
Mhm.
So an additional 4 from that one.
Fantabulous.
And then I will attack again.
Mhm.
Hits. 30
Absolutely.
for another 19.
Wonderful.
Okay. And then I will bonus action attack.
Uh-huh. You get that 2d4 every time.
Oh, I get that every time?
Every time.
Yep.
Okay.
Every attack.
2d4.
That's basically what that spell does, is give you 2d4 fucking bonus
Plus
damage.
the extra
So
attack.
an additional
Yeah.
6 on that last attack.
Yep.
And I rolled a 21 for the third attack.
These things are not well armored. They are not very agile.
Good lord. That is about as big a hit as I'm ever gonna do in one swing.
You
Yeah.
carve into this
33.
fucking thing. Like it
That's
rams
a lot of
you
damage.
and then smacks you with its great axe. And rather than falling into a defensive stance, you go on the offensive, and it's not prepared to do anything. You begin to cut this thing to ribbons. And you understand what you're doing. You'd have killed a lot of things with that.
Bro, that last swing, I rolled max on all dice.
You would have killed a lot of things with that. This thing's still standing.
Yeah, well, that's great, because I got one more attack because I've got the magma shield, which gives me one more attack.
Have at it.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh god, it's so much.
Oh.
Yeah. Another 26.
How much damage did you do?
Oh
I'll tell
god.
you. You did 104 damage. It's still standing. And it just looks at you like it's ready to carve you up.
Damn, bro. They fucking, like, disconnected their fucking hearts and their bodies or some shit. Like fucking Karaka from Tower of God.
Anything else for your turn, Ashes?
That's all I got.
Bones, you're up.
Tank is empty.
The finger tingle is quite strong, and it is coming from the middle of that fucking pit of bodies.
Okay. Thingy tingy.
Tingy tingy.
Alright, I'm gonna try and
Dingy tingy. I hate that for some reason.
That's too bad. I shoot the gap. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Fantabulous. Wonderbar.
Wunderbar.
You run right up to this kind of like chest high on you, or waist high on you, stone barrier that these bodies are kind of like almost spilling out of.
Okay. And you say it's in the middle of this pit, huh?
Seems to be in the middle of that pit of
Or
bodies.
this fucking pile. What are the rules on invisibility? I have to make an attack, right?
Attack or action of any sort.
Hostile action, attack, casting a spell.
So that doesn't include using an ability, huh?
No.
Alright, I go Ghost!
Okay.
That's all I can do. I'm out of movement.
Wonderful. Fantabulous. Ezra, you're up.
Hey, I can move. I can do things. I'm gonna, using Tempest, I'm gonna go up 10 feet.
Okay.
Did I get the impression as I saw this bull rush in, as I saw things filtering behind him, do I get the impression that any of them have the sensical nature to use ranged weapons or anything from what I can see?
Every single one of them is doing the bull like snort thing, red eyes, and carries a big ass fucking great axe.
Do I have the impression that they have reach?
Roll a straight intelligence check for me.
Making a change what tab I'm on.
Making him change his tab. Flipping
11.
quick.
They big!
They big.
They
But I'm bigger. So
He's bigger. Wow.
So I'm gonna need 4 of them to make dexterity saving throws.
Easy peasy.
As I drop a chain lightning.
All but one failure. Ooh, 53 damage. That's pretty good.
They're out of range of storm. Yeah, they're out of range of that, so that sucks. But safety is important.
Did you say safety is important?
Yes, I did.
Your chain lightning obliterates
Ezra,
the
the start of
Minotaur.
OSHA in Faerun.
Your chain lightning obliterates the Minotaur that Ashes had already torn into.
And then
Part of me is like, that's unfortunate, but I did not want him to have another round on me.
and then I float away from Ashes.
Fantabulous. All right, top of the round, or actually bottom of the round, there is as a flurry of crossbow bolts are unleashed. And though some of the Minotaurs do get pelted, none of them seem to stiffen up from paralysis.
Oh.
Damn.
Matashtai,
Damn.
we're back
Yeah.
at the top of the round. Need a stealth check from you, friendo.
Okay. Stealth.
Ooh, actually, sorry. Before your stealth check.
Oh, too late.
Well, it
Okay.
doesn't matter before or after. That's perfectly fine. So 26, very good. I am going to nominate a single person, and I'm just going to go in order. Actually, we'll go reverse order because Matashtai and Bones are the ones that are here. Matashtai, roll me a 1d20. You don't want a 1.
Okay. 18.
Fantastic. What do you want to do with your turn?
I would like to. So, is this like a hidden door as in like an illusion, or like I'm gonna have to press a button, it's gonna go and tell everyone I'm there?
It looks like the solid outline of a door. It's just decently hidden.
I'm gonna walk up and touch it. Does it do anything?
Feels solid.
Okay. Well, I don't have tingy things, and I don't like the look of that one dude's eyeball. So I'm going to move back to kind of the center. No, I want to move. I'll move up to here on the ceiling.
Okay.
And just kind of hang out for now.
Wonderful.
And see if I see any telltale sign that Bones is anywhere.
What's your passive perception?
Not high enough to see him.
What's your passive perception?
I think it's like 19. Yeah, 19.
Nothing currently.
Do you really think that Jeremy would take inspiration from Mad Eye Moody?
Yes.
Anything else for your turn, Matashtai?
No, that's all I got.
Fantastic. This fucking Minotaur closes the gap, and swings at Zaftal. At advantage because he's reckless. At disadvantage because Zaftal is dodging, so normal. Tries to gore him. That is a
Damn.
20, which will hit.
Good roll.
Zaftal grunts as he takes the hit. It is not a charge, though, so he does not have to worry about being knocked away. Great Axe.
Huh.
Oof. You see Zaftal get a very similar treatment to what you just did. Tries to dodge out of the way. It's such tight quarters that he doesn't have a lot of maneuverability. So rather than creating a gap that can be exploited, he kind of just finds himself weathering the blows of this Minotaur. This other Minotaur steps forward.
How bad does he look like? I don't know how much HP he has. Does he look like fucked up?
You're a 13th level adventurer. He looks better than you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's not saying much.
Wow.
Damn.
This Minotaur closes the gap
Rude.
on Ashes, goes to Gore. That's a miss. He would have advantage on Ashes, though, because Ashes does not have dodge. So that is actually a 27. We'll take the first damage, though. So 9 and 2 is reduced down to 5 damage for Ashes. And then he'll swing with his Great Axe. 22.
God damn it. All you had to do is just one less. One less.
Another 14 damage to Ashes as the front line starts to get pummeled.
Ugh.
And this Minotaur is going to come up behind as well. Ashes, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna.
You are
guess I'll
just above the threshold of half HP.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I do not want to start rolling 50-50s. I'm going to turn on Zathal
Yeah,
or
please,
not.
please don't kill Rilna's brother.
Yeah.
That might
Technically,
ruin
not
your,
Rilna's,
chances.
not Rilna's brother, Rilna's nephew.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
That's way better. That's the way of life for these people.
Way
We'll
better.
appreciate it.
I'm just going to verify real quick
Yep.
if I think it's, at will I can turn off.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Can revert to your normal form by using an action.
Oh,
Bro. Okay.
It's got weaknesses. If you could
Yeah, I
just
bet you're-
oh shit, I'm at
you're
half
button-
HP, turn it off.
Hmm.
Then it wouldn't be much of a weakness, would it?
Bet you're regretting that whole. Not
No.
my shit gets easier to control as I level up.
No, it's fine.
It's still
Doing it
very
again.
easy
Here we
to
go.
control.
The one I'm gonna start swinging at the one that hit Zathal.
Uh-huh. Hits.
So hit for so that's 21, 25.
You're good. Just keep doing your thing.
Okay. Bam. 22 for 17, 20
Mhm.
even.
Yep.
Okay. 32 for 15, 23 total.
Yep.
And then my magma attack.
Uh-huh.
This is less than the last one. Critical!
Critical! Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So much damage.
I
So
know, right?
44.
And I'll just do this, and I have it in history, so
That's right. 9 plus 11 plus 21.
38.
so that's 41
Yes.
total.
Yes.
Okay.
It stands.
Damn it, fucking God,
It's okay, I'll kill it.
River.
Fantastic. Anything else for your turn?
Ooh, I should pull back, but I don't want to look weak next to my drow friend. Ugh. Ugh.
You know the important things.
I gotta look. I want to pull back.
If only you used a healing potion as your bonus action. Then.
No, I have the magma armor. I can hit so many times. If I use a potion, I can't hit as many times.
No, you hit as many times as you're used to.
As you
but
normally
you
do.
Also,
Yeah, but I don't want to hit as many times as I used to. I want to swing more.
I appreciate the logic.
You made a decision.
Yeah, I did.
Anything else for your turn? Going once. Going twice.
Yeah, intern.
Bones,
I mean, you
you're
backing
up.
up is two attacks of opportunity.
Yeah,
too,
it's two
so-
attacks of opportunity. Then they can just kind of walk in.
Bones, you're up. Please roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Advantage. No.
Wonderful.
26 plus whatever random shit I have.
You are a ghost.
I'm a ghost. I dive into the bone pit following my tingle fingies.
You dive into the bone pit or body pit.
Well, technically
You
Hey,
incorporeal
do it.
through the body pit.
I use double movement, but it is what it is. 10, 20.
There's
I'm looking for it.
under at the center of the pit, at the base of it, there is. In a momento. Let me see if there's a description for this.
At
Is he
the
getting
bottom
a-
of it.
Is he
Yeah,
getting
at the
a
bottom of
pingy for his fingy tingies?
Tingy first, thingy tingies.
Yeah, I called.
A ting
Thingy
fingler?
tingies.
I think they call it success.
You see, a skull-sized but flat, swirling patterned disc. That looks to be like it's two swirls just like entwining outwards from each other. And at the center of it is this like ruby eye.
Huh. I mean, that's what my thing tinglers tell me, so that's what I go for. I go for it.
Wonderful. Please roll me a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
I'll certainly try. I tried.
Bones,
Hello.
you're not here anymore. You find
Cool.
yourself
Oh.
in a hall, perfectly symmetrical, unadorned, simple granite, mist covering the floor as you enter the maze of the Horned King.
All right, well, here I am.
Anything else for your turn?
Okay. I'm in the maze of the Horned King, but I probably don't know that. I'm in a maze. I was just somewhere else. I try and cut myself. Like it's an illusion. I try and cut myself out of it, like Naruto.
Okay. With what?
Knife.
Okay.
Do I have knives? Knife.
Roll damage for a knife.
Okay. Knife. 9 damage.
You take 9 damage.
Alright. I take 9 damage. 77.
You're still
Still
in that
here, huh?
hall.
Shit. Alright. Is it just like a hall? Is there...
The hall going forward. There's wall behind
Alright.
you.
Alright, I try and go forward. Whatever. I got fucking 10 more feet of movement.
You move forward 10 feet, find yourself at a cross intersection.
Nice. Bonus action dash. I turn left.
Great. You dash 20 feet. How much movement do you have total?
30 feet.
You dash 20 feet, find yourself at another cross intersection.
Nice. Turn left.
Go another 10 feet, You're at the mouth of another cross intersection.
All right, that's as far as I can go.
Ezra, you're up.
Things are looking conspicuous over here.
It's fine. Things are fine.
I'm not concerned at all.
It's funny because I have like no idea how it looks over there. I just hear.
I actually enjoy this aspect of splitting the party, especially when it's virtual and you guys can't see each other. It's like,
Yeah, like I can't
You know?
even see the map to like have an idea of what's beating Jay's ass.
What do you think?
It's definitely not Minotaurs.
what's it gonna be, Ezra?
Is that more damage? I don't think it is. If I float over here, is there a way I can reasonably draw a line from myself to hit all three of these individuals?
Seems like it.
Pew pew, motherfuckers.
Pew pew. Minotaur. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. All fails. You fry this Minotaur. It drops. This Minotaur takes 26 damage. This Minotaur takes 26 damage. Fantastic. Anything else for your turn?
Full-time job cleaning up after you, Ashes.
Look, I'll let you talk all the shit you want as long as you keep one of them from hitting me a second time.
I will keep killing them as long as you don't let what's his name die.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
End of the round. Hexib comes up behind you, Ashes, falls into a defensive stance. Zaftal continues his defensive stance. There is another twang flurry of crossbow bolts. None of which actually cause any paralysis. However, Ezra already killed that one. Cool. Fantastic. Couple things happen. Ashes and Ezra, I need wisdom saving throws as the mist rises around you.
Oh no.
And this is where I die.
It's been a good run.
Oh no, it was a 16.
It wasn't a natural one. It was just
Ezra.
an unnatural.
Oh.
You
alright.
take 2 psychic damage as you are winged by a Mistatar.
I die.
Ashes, nothing. You're able to avoid them entirely, which is good for you to take an opportunity to notice the Minotaur that had previously been destroyed by Ezra's chain lightning crawls over and stands back up. And you can see the char marks across him and the bloody chest that you had carved into him
Mm-hmm.
slowly knitting back.
I'll look back to the 2 drow and I'm like, okay, I see why this is a problem.
They both look at you and say, "This doesn't normally happen."
What?
You hear shouts to the north from Tanamar's group.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't sound like they're faring well.
Great, we led everyone to their deaths.
Oh no!
What was my one directive?
Oh no!
Seems like it's going fine. Just fight back.
Just fight back.
Matashtai,
Thanks.
Yeah.
that chanting individual screams aloud. Yes! I feel it! The power! The Horde King's blessing comes upon us! More! More! Bones, I need you to roll a d20. You do not want to roll a 2 or lower.
Alright, I'm on it, bro. I did not roll a 2 or lower.
Sounds like a mukake.
That's good.
That is good.
Matashtai, your passive perception of 19.
Mm-hmm.
The walls, the stone walls of the pit of sacrifice are beginning to shake and rumble. Something is coming. And with it, the blessings of the Horned King upon the Zazana. Unless whatever is happening here can be stopped
Oh,
or
fuck.
halted.
All right, I walk over to directly above him on the ceiling.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. When we reconvene, we will come back to the party in the midst of a ritual to Baphomet. One side just struggling to stay alive as they have slain
Fine.
minotaurs and now watch them rise again. Unnaturally, unknown, a phenomenon that House Breath has not experienced before. Matashtai recognizes a moment of impending doom. And Bones,
Hello, it's me,
unknown,
Bones.
not a factor that Matashtai can have any clue about. Matashtai now takes it upon himself, potentially, to do something about it. And Bones,
just wanna-
having grabbed the spear, the maddening disc, finds himself within the
MacGuffin.
maze of the Horned King. Can he escape? Can the party survive?
I just want to call out that Jay had a chance to get +3 AC
And take less
No,
damage
it
each
fucking
hit?
and take
mattered.
less
And take
damage
less
for
damage
every
each hit?
It mattered so much.
You got greedy, fam. You got greedy.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we're ending tonight's episode. Thanks for watching. We'll be back maybe next week, if not the week afterwards. So, thanks for playing, guys.
Is it the 27th? I will not be available. Heads up.
Okay, well, there we go. We'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully. See you then. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, God.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.